All right, what's up, everybody? This is Oliver Bixby, and this is the People Talk podcast for Thursday, March 1st, 2018. What's going on? How are you? Happy March. Happy early spring to everybody. Spring has sprung, and it's springing a couple weeks early. I was reading something about spring is here like right now-ish, and it's like 20 days early. It's like 3 weeks early, which is cool. I mean, on the one hand, like, fuck winter. So I enjoy like milder temperatures coming sooner, but it's not natural, right? Like it's not right. So like, is this going to be the thing? Like February is just going to be kind of the end of winter, and then like right at the end, and like starting with March, it'll turn into spring. Because that would be cool, because it's my birthday month, so that would make my birthday like a lot more seasonable. What the hell does seasonable mean anyway? Seasonable, because like I hear the word seasonable, and I hear good, like I hear like cool or warm, like in the middle kind of temperatures that are just nice, like enjoyable. But seasonable, I mean, really that would just, anything could be seasonable, right? Like if it's winter, snow is seasonable, right? If it's summer, hot, sunny is seasonable. It's like whatever the season is. Okay, I don't know. But no, so is this gonna be like the new normal thing? Just an earlier spring? I don't know. I was watching that Leonardo DiCaprio climate change movie the other day, and just scared the hell out of me. So now I'm on edge. I am on edge. Dude just remains my favorite actor ever, and like one of my favorite people, like, of all time. I back that. I watched that movie, which was really good. You should watch it. It's on Netflix. It's called Before the Flood. And he spent like 2 years. He spends 2 years making this movie about climate change, and proceeds to fly private jets all around the world, of course. I forgive him, because at least he doesn't have like kids polluting the planet and stuff, right? And he's like making this documentary about like what's going on, and like different ways you can help and change what you're doing. But then he's also like, he was kind of making the movie The Revenant that he was in a couple years ago while he was making the documentary. And I feel like that kind of spurred him on, because they were shooting up in Canada, where it was like all snowy and glaciery. And then they had to move production because it got all melty, out of season. So they were like, they had to fly all the way down to Argentina to finish filming that movie, which was like, I'm sure it was like a straight shot, like north-south, but like just thousands of miles just to keep making that movie. And so further segue, then of course after that I was like, I've got to watch that movie, The Revenant, because I've never seen that movie. There's like 3 Leo movies that I really need to see that I haven't. I hadn't seen that one. I hadn't seen his version of The Great Gatsby, and then there's something else I hadn't seen. Can't think of what it was. So anyway, I found The Revenant and watched that, and oh my God, what an awesome movie. Terrifying, absolutely terrifying, like brutal, like out in the elements. Like, I don't know, you gotta be, I feel like you have to like Western movies, like old Westerns, to like that movie, because it's kind of like that in a way. It's like, you know, old-timey, like guys out battling nature and having, he's like chasing this dude who left him for dead. And well, I'm not going to ruin it, but it's just it was like an instant classic. I was just like hooked. I was watching it and I was like, this movie is insane. And I mean, I've seen a lot of movies, like there's not a lot that can shock me or like move me. And like this movie totally had it. Like it's got everything. Like it hit me on like every level that I like in a movie. So I'm definitely going to watch that again at some point here. But I have to watch Billy Madison again because someone said something funny today at work that I guess happened in Billy Madison, and I had no recollection of it whatsoever. And I was just like, man, I haven't seen Billy Madison in like 15 years. I'm going to have to watch that. So I'm going to watch that later. I feel like all I've been talking about lately is just stuff that I've been watching. That's kind of like what it is lately, though. I don't know. With winter, I've just been kind of like shutting in and watching just the most random stuff. And like, I swear I'm not like completely being lazy. Like, I'm still going to the gym and working out, and I'm still obviously working on music and stuff and doing a podcast and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've had that like cabin fever TV movie watching thing going on quite a bit. So, and of course, I was watching the Olympics. I was kind of like on the fence about the Olympics, like in terms of if I was going to get into them or not. And I think starting with all the figure skating, I really just got into it. Like, my girlfriend was explaining to me like all the different rules and like how the points work and the different competitions. And like, I never realized any of that before, just how it all worked. And like, you don't just skate once and like, if you skate really well, you win a gold medal. Like you've got to do multiple competitions. And then it even seemed like some of them, like they did this, I feel like they did the same routine twice. Like some of them did a routine early on, and maybe that was like a qualifying thing, and then they brought it back later on for actual point, when it actually counted or whatever. So I still never fully got everything in terms of how it worked, but it was that, and then it was snowboarding. Oh my God. And as much as I wish I could say like that I think I could do snowboarding, I really couldn't. I could not do snowboarding because of, I'm just too scared of heights and I don't like, super fast moving stuff like roller coasters. Like I was never like a super roller coastery kid. I don't think I went on a roller coaster until I was like in my late teens. And then one day I just randomly went to Six Flags with my buddy, and I just rode them all. Like I did every roller coaster in one day. And of course I loved it. Like I started with like the baby one, whatever the most basic, just like sit in the thing and it goes over a few hills, nothing crazy. And then I just kind of built my way up. And I don't know. I think that, and then there was maybe one other day that I went to an amusement park and did a roller coaster. Other than that, I think I've only ridden roller coasters like 2 days of my life, to be honest. But anyway, so snowboarding, they're doing this event called Big Air, where you just, they had this like giant slope. It was like the big ski jump, and you go down it, and then you launch, and you just do like the best trick you can do, with that one jump with the airtime that you get, and people were trying to do 1080s and all that kind of stuff. And like, I just know, like, the second I start going down that slope, like my stomach would just drop out from underneath me. Like, I don't know. I'm not wired for that. Like, I wish I was. Like, I wish I was just like some kid who grew up in like Snowtown, Colorado, and just snowboarded since they were like 3, and you would just rip off these huge jumps, and you just love it. Like, you just live for that kind of stuff. Like, I wish I had that, but I don't. So I was trying to figure out what to eat for dinner. I'm doing this on Wednesday night, and I don't know. I've been feeling like kind of sluggish for a few days. Okay, what really happened was yesterday I had this like super ultra gigantic pretzel. Like, it wasn't just like a regular soft pretzel. It was like a double pretzel, but it was like all connected and all as one. And I ate that kind of like for dinner the night before with some nacho cheese. And let me tell you, that is not a good dinner. That is not only not a good dinner, that's not even that great of a snack. I mean, if you pull off a piece, that's fine. But like, I tried to just eat that like it was my dinner, like the whole thing. Ugh, I've never felt so just disgusting. I've never felt so disgusting in a very long time. So, and then I sit at work all day. So for dinner, I was feeling like I need real food, and I need like vegetables. Like, I need super healthy and just like things that are just gonna like make me feel fantastic. So I just went and just did a whole like shopping thing. I got the kale. I got the what do you call that one leaf? I want to say asparagus. It's not asparagus. The one that's got all the crazy. Is it arugula? Yeah, arugula. Spinach, baby spinach. Yeah, it was delicious. Put salad dressing all up on there. Just had the best salad. Made a couple eggs. Had some what do you call that kind of yogurt? I can't even think today. My brain isn't even functioning. You would think after this meal I could pull myself together. Greek yogurt. I had some Greek yogurt. Drinking a ton of water. So now we're back in business. Feeling great. And the best part is, I'm not even on like some super great like diet kick. I wasn't just like, oh man, I've been eating like crap lately, and I just want to eat healthy. And then I go out and like buy a bunch of healthy stuff. And then like, you do it for 2 days, and then that's that, and you're just back to just eating whatever. I'm there. Like, I don't eat like red meat is just like disgusting to me at this point. Bread just doesn't work for me anymore, as I proved yet again with the giant super pretzel. I don't know. And I just crave more healthy stuff. And I've cut out a ton of sugar. I used to drink like the original, like a Monster with like the green can with all the sugar in it. I cut down to the blue, which has like 2 grams of sugar in the whole thing, right? So that's that right there, like just that right there on a daily basis. That's like 60 grams of sugar. Those things have, it's just soda. It's just glorified, disgusting soda. So, still trying to kind of like wean myself off of that stuff altogether, because I know it's not great, but I'm just a super caffeine addict. as we all are, but like I just can't get it right. Like I can't, like I really like coffee. I really do like coffee, but so much of the time coffee just smells disgusting to me. Like I don't like that coffee smell. I don't want to have that, like my house just be like smelling like burnt coffee. You know what I'm saying? Like by the office coffee machine, just that smell of the basic out of the bag, like food service coffee that they provide at work. I don't know. And I'm not quite to the point where I would start getting into like all the different fancy coffees. Like, ooh, this is a grog from wherever, whatever it's all called. I don't know. So I'm stuck in this between a rock and a hard place, between doing coffee or energy drinks. And it's just tough. I mean, obviously I want to be even more hardcore and like cut out caffeine altogether. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with caffeine. I think it's fine, but I know it's super addictive. Like, I heard somewhere, someone said something about coffee is as addictive or even more addictive than heroin or something like that. I don't know if that's true, but I know when I don't get caffeine in the morning, that's not a good feeling. So I can only imagine if that's somewhat near what heroin would be like. So, but yeah, like how do you do it? How do you kick caffeine? I mean, obviously you do the taper off. Do you do the taper off or do you just do the cold turkey? Because I can do cold turkey. I can actually do cold turkey for like a day or two. For some reason, I can do like 1 or 2 days, no caffeine, no problem. Like if you said tomorrow you can't have caffeine, I'd be like, oh, no problem. Yeah, I'll make it work. But like 2 or 3 days in, it's like all of a sudden my body will just like go through whatever fumes I was still running on, and it'll just be ready to shut completely down, you know? So I don't know. Like anything, I don't know exactly where I'm going with that idea. Like I don't know what my whole reason for trying to get off of caffeine would be anyway. But I don't know. I figure it would be good for your body to not have any like actual addictions, right? Obviously, like any drug addictions, sugar is like a highly addictive substance, right? Cut out caffeine. I mean, that's all good stuff, right? And then what would you be addicted to? Like healthy food? Like, oh no, I'm addicted to salad, you know? What a problem. Imagine that. Imagine you just like woke up and you were just like, I gotta have celery. I have to have celery or someone's gonna get punched. That would be crazy. The other thing would be growing your own vegetables. Like that's such a trend, but I've never quite gotten up the muster to say that I'm going to grow vegetables. I think that would be badass though. I actually do have like a little spot in my front yard for a garden. The girl who owned my house before me, she had built like a little like box garden or whatever. Like it's like a pallet size, and there's 2 of them, kind of like laying edge on edge or whatever. So I've got the space for it, and this past summer I just let it all grow in, just thinking, just to see if anything was still viable or whatever, see if anything would just grow in there, and nothing came up but just a shit ton of weeds. But I never I can't tell one plant from another really. So I was like, well, maybe something in here is like a tomato plant and I just don't know it. And, they won't really like come up until like August or something. So I just let it continue until like late September. And then I just went in there and I was like, okay, there are 0 vegetables. There's 0 actual product going on, or whatever you call it, in this garden. So I just started pulling. I just pulled out this jungle from these 2 boxes and filled up like an entire huge garbage, outside garbage kind of can or whatever. I just pulled everything out and pulled everything down to just the dirt. So now I've got 2 boxes of just dirt that I could like potentially do something with, right? So I don't know. That's something I still got to think about, but it'll be coming up, right? Because it's March now, so like you got to think like a freaking farmer. Like I got to plant something, right? So what do I plant? I don't know. Like zucchini's easy, right? Like zucchini is like no problem. Like you just set that and forget it, right? And you just come back in like 3 months and you've got like 1,000 zucchini, right? And tomatoes feel like they would need watering, right? And tomatoes you got to water. You got to kind of like look after that stuff. What else would you grow though? Just like herbs, different stupid like herbs and stuff like that. Maybe onions, peppers are good. I would do some peppers. Just different kinds of peppers. That would be delicious. So good for you and stuff. So good for you. Oh my God. So I'm flipping through Twitter here while I'm talking. And as I'm flipping through, I just see a tweet that says that Leonardo DiCaprio is going to star with Brad Pitt in the next Quentin Tarantino movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, set in 1969 LA. Oh, that is amazing. That is awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. See, okay, here's my thing about Leonardo DiCaprio. Okay, he's definitely my favorite actor, right? And so like I'm biased. Like I like his movies probably a lot more because I like him. He's like my favorite actor. But like even if he wasn't my favorite actor, how is this dude in like every classic movie? Like how is he, what am I trying to say? Like his filmography is like damn near perfect, right? Like even going back to like before his Titanic days, he was in that like What's Eating Gilbert Grape, right? Like as a kid, he was in this like classic movie. Like what gives? Like how does this dude just like have the hookup to like any movie that's gonna be classic, like guaranteed that he knows he can get in? Dude's got connections. I don't know. Oh. There's actually like quite a few of his movies I haven't seen. So I've actually never seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape. I need to see that. I didn't see like probably the 2 or 3 movies he did after Titanic, because I got the feeling like he had to like chill out for a minute there. And then the next thing I saw was like, okay, so dude made Gangs of New York, classic. Catch Me If You Can, classic. The Departed, classic. Django, classic. I did not see Shutter Island. That's the other one that I have to see. What the heck else is he in? Was he in that one movie about like multiple universes or whatever? What am I trying to think of? That Christopher Nolan movie? I can't come up with the name of it. Let's look it up. And then of course he's in Great Gatsby. I haven't seen that. I've seen the Robert Redford one, but I didn't see the remake because I heard it was kind of terrible actually. But so I have to see that. Shutter Island, Wolf of Wall Street. Obviously, I've seen classic. Now The Revenant, classic. Now he's going to be in this next Quentin Tarantino movie. Going to be a classic, like almost guaranteed, right? It's just like, it's crazy. Looper, that's not the name of it. It was with that, but that one, the one dude from Batman movies was in it. He was in Looper, and he was in, the hell was that movie called? This is gonna drive me nuts. And I guarantee there's like one more classic I'm not even like coming up with right now. And then that documentary, like, it's going to scare the pants off you, like climate change type stuff, but it was a really good movie. First link, Leonardo DiCaprio donates $1 million to help protect marine life, of course. Oh, there we go. Romeo and Juliet. See, another classic. Like people talked shit about that Romeo and Juliet remake back in the day, but I think that was a classic. Inception. That was the movie I was thinking of. Inception. He's in Inception. Classic. Like there's so many of these movies you're going to look back on in like 20 years and and they're just going to be considered all-time classics, right? At some point, he should probably just stop making movies because you're just at risk of, making a bad one. Blood Diamond. I never saw Blood Diamond. I gotta check that out. Aviator. I like that one. That was a classic. Oh yeah, he went through this whole period of where he was doing like weird, like biopics of like weird old dudes. He did The Aviator, did J. Edgar. About J. Edgar Hoover. I saw that one once. That was weird. That was actually not that great. That was actually not the best. The Man in the Iron Mask. See, that was one of those weird like post-Titanic ones where he's like, I'm just gonna hide out for a while and make these weird movies that maybe they're good, maybe they're not, but no one's really watching them. So I don't know. Revolutionary Road. I saw bits of that. I never actually saw like that whole thing, but I've heard that's a classic. They're all classics. I mean, come on. Catch Me If You Can, though. Like, I really liked that one. That was good. I feel like that's the only movie he's made that's actually kind of lighthearted. Which is funny because, like, dude can, like, crack a joke. Like, dude can be funny. But none of these are all like super dramatic movies. Like what if Leonardo DiCaprio just made like the most random comedy? Not like a straight up comedy, but like one where it's like in between, where it's like super dry humor or something. I'd watch that. Let's see. Well, I should probably discuss a little bit of music, eh? Thanks for anyone who checked out my song "Love You" a couple weeks ago. It's kind of funny. As soon as I put that out, like I'm such a perfectionist, and like usually when I put stuff out, like I hate it right away because I'm just like so over it because I've listened to it a million times when I was putting it together, and then I start hearing like stuff I would want to do differently and all that kind of stuff. And it was like right away with that one. It was like right away, like I wanted to change some stuff. So, I might make some little teensy tiny changes here and there before I put out, the full album that I'm working on. But before that, I'm going to focus on my next one. So I'm trying to put out Another song from this forthcoming release. This one will be just kind of more straightforward rock and roll kind of a thing, kind of a Tom Petty vibe. I'm really digging it, so I will keep working on that and put that out hopefully pretty quickly here. And other than that, I've been getting back into some Saturday jamming with my buddy, so we'll be plugging away at that. And in other news, my band Ronaldo Jenkins and the Teardrops, if you're listening and you're in the Racine area, we are playing a show at Evelyn's, which is on Main Street, and I've got to get the date. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I know when this is. I just don't want to be a complete jerk here and give the wrong date. Okay, so this will be next Friday. So if you're listening to it, not tomorrow, but a week from now, March 9th, Friday, March 9th at Evelyn's here in Racine at 9 o'clock. We're playing with two other bands, Indonesian Junk and Spatola. Spatola, we've played 2 shows with Spatola now. Those guys are awesome. They put on an even crazier show than Ronaldo Jenkins and the Teardrops do, an even crazier show than we do, which is saying a lot, given the fact that I'm in the band and half the time I don't know what's going to happen on stage. So if you're in the Racine area, next Friday, March 9th, 9 p.m. at Evelyn's, check us out. Won't be disappointed. I will be there. We'll be making loud, happy music and having a good time. So on that note, that's it for the podcast. Thank you for listening as always. Otherwise, we will see you guys next week. And take care. Bye.